Kwete, who is the General Secretary, and also you can see in your shot a member of parliament that I just interviewed. He has just arrived as well, and that's His Excellency Mahama in your shot, and also Professor Joshua Alabi.
Ago name Sogbo Mamao Miniba Madakuku Neo Nunolagan. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Elemia Dome
of this particular encounter. Stay with us on Wezo TV.
Come on, the victory of Mahama.
Mio wana gome ba mia ho gome je gbedo name gbedo da to Reverend Adolf Asundagbo kemia je wana gome akpe Reverend Adolf Asunda.
For the sake of our chiefs, I create in John so that we all rise for prayer. I the kukuba mi okata mi ana titrenu alaba mi adogwara. Togbo na tachua ima na tachua ta na ifa. Ma o ma chitrenu ma okata hu. So I'll pray in our own dialect language because we are people. Ma o kan le to mi dakpe na mi chobubu na. Eyi adaba yapa dukura ino si jiva ifa gogo takle me fiao pre sofo pre constitution to kata bo wa dadawun okoko me jeje dasi o ma no me mi lo mutaga wa na ko ma o gbogbo fa na elemi edo me do dadawun ne mi to dukura hohoji adawun yo kata mi deleje wa je fie to ajaga to won sere si ade ika atraro kelema be aglenu atotonu mi do afoji le Yesu van come na wo gbogbo na to mi edume na wo de sia de na mi be mi atwa dada ana wo nko akpe na be we na mi le Yesu Kristo van come. Amen.
Madaku mi do jane mi obete mi ofie gao mama gao efie hao nyanu fieo mio zongo alo awosafio pi amachichi bubu le mi domia mi do wezo nemi madakuma zamonu kwakwe amiasi mio MP the honorable Kobina Mensa Woyome ewa nami welcome address akpe.
Yo akpe His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the incoming president, come January 7, 2025, and his entourage. Mamao, Togbo, Peroku, Ma, Ado, Vientom, Yobia, Baliene, Osofo, Jagome Climina. Ma, Anamianya, Be, Egbie, Echigan, Nia, the Ejajam, Nemi. Alabe. Mekalaji beda no mie gbona lilip bu me mi le pogale ya mekalaji be bien to mi le po ha ho totro yeye bo ya me ta mi popula lege yenye mi o dupola ho ko e ke mi le mo po na no abanye dupola yeye ke wa plomi le ntifa fama nya da kone a ehia be wa chale no to de sia de ma ejesi ho mi nye ho mi odokpeli gake lengbe afisia fi wa ye elebe wa kokoko matun agro be yato mio togbo ye mio mamao mienti aya ba dogo mi vio acho enyanwi enelesi ne Ghana dukoa akwana legama kama kajibe egbe fe pekpe enye pekpe ke mianto miagato apekpado abe novi popo enye novi wowo kemi katami ga peje kwa ega nami nyonyo toheade kena doyo mi katami ya wole de kawo ma akpobobe eni edimi katami la miatenu akpe ta egbe pekpe a pe kwa nyotate ikemi le mokpomna le Yesu Christo fenkoma be wava akprogana nemi come January 7th call year 2025 akoe dagamia la le December 7th wadi le heme dugu we ye nya jidula akaleji be efem tinyawo ye okoko le chachami egbe mia adote togbo omao to chiamiji hey no wo kata kwa makaleji be afoeji yotate ole le mio tefe Mede Mark Brene, His Excellency John Damani Mahama, Cleveland Tarajobe, you are welcome to South Tongu constituency. Here we've been gathered and waiting for your arrival so that we can have the interaction with you and also listen to you what message you have for all of us, so that at least we will be well equipped. When we leave here, we will then be able to go out there and do the needful. The key thing is we want to win. We want to win December 7th. We want to make sure the NDC from the next government come January 7th, 2025. We must work, and the work begins now. Welcome, His Excellency.
Mio MP Bubunato Akpegbobo, Madakumile Jige. Ke miaho nuchuchu biade cho mio fie ha ogbo le akpamajide togbega kaji zoga the second anami nupepe nuchuchu biade le efie ha obete obonu akpe. Madako many banemi. Madako toto viande va mio programme gamanti. Mia a de efie how bia dopi anyinofie amado fiemi. Nemia jesimion kemia yiji. Madako ma yo holy ahiabu na wa introduction manemi akbe.
Your Excellency, Dogbo Mama, Mother, Nyo Fio, South Tongu Afia. to Agave traditional area. Togbega hedi holetabo enelia nye paramount chief na Agave traditional area. Evaklo onyonu fie mamaga nyagaje etonlia. Bakle abadada ajuve adrenlia. Owe langona Agave fio oklo katan over olemye doma. Nigada fie traditional area. Togbe manklalo dagadu enelia nya abadada yelango togbe agomada enelia mama ablema evelia togbe ku agbi o etonlia o yelango na fie fio lo bu fie hao nyonu fio kata o ha wole mietoma sokpe traditional area togbega kaji zoga evelia nye paramount chief ple mama ajesu etonlia paramount queen owe plo togbe sokpe efie hao nyonu fio kata kove Vume traditional area togbe yao akono evelia nye paramount chief Ganya member na Volta Region House of Chiefs ple mama adobia akeche enelia nye paramount queen na Vume traditional area wo plo efio cho Vume kove Tefle traditional area apadada mankalo akoto atonlia ple mamagan fenyisi ziziam etonlia owe plo tefle efion ple nyonu fio kata kova takwepe ole miedoma gale miedoma kenya mieto Hausa to Muslim to oha the district chief imam Umaru Usman ple sugakopa zongo mefie zongo chief owe plo mieto Hausa to kove oha ole miedoma Majibama ana jinopia na nyaba togbega hedi holitabo evakple amajrocho ada traditional council ya nene Dr. Tete Ayiku Abodonu the fourth the president of Kabiawechu division of Ada. He has a permanent seat in the United Nations Indigenous Forum as an eminent peace ambassador. Enye togbega hedi ho amajro ehalamie dome akpo yo akpene mikata myawezo
yo tagbe chami reku na mi sinado tagbe gan gbo ple mama gan gbo bele mi oha mi apakpajia mi ato mi have member of parliament Kobi Mensa Oyome na make mi have constituency chairman ple ipa executive so women organizer or more la fima. Me have MP na Central Town join me, Honorable Gabi Hotoje. Me have a former district chief executive, Honorable Awoyi. Consowoyoma Blair Yato Novio la fima. Former chief of staff, Julius Debra. Ele miaduma. Na make me have a parliamentary candidate na South Tongu Bubuto Maswa Lukuto Enye. We have a campaign manager na President Mahama, Professor Joshua Alabi. Nyamanglo we have a regional chairman Bill Mauto Agbavito. Nenamake His Excellency for campaign team Ofoma FR Lemons to Central Region. Ike pona miave togbio ple mamao be dedino no ado nuike wawo ple sube dagbenava na jirudu na aka His Excellency shia elemia domenye nana acha enye fiaga na le Central Region na make miave balenjigla Ghana Patia enye boboto fifi fiavi kwete afi mianto miavi America mi mokpom na ba wavacho Ghana ho. Enye His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Da mi avio ke le mi adoma wawenye yegbejanyi akpenami.
Regional Secretary Marako Akpe Wodo Marako Mia Yijikla to Kukudadame Marako Mia Ho Nuchucho Bia de Cho Togbegan Kaji Zoga Evelie Kenye Fiegan Le Sokpe traditional area Ganye President of Tongu Union of Chiefs Akpe.
Me do wezona vavala o katan veveto miape Excellency John Dramani Mahama mi o kata mi wezon ame o kata brokovea South Tongu District kata ele wezon do nemi Agbe enye nkekare ike ganye nkeke viade nemi Tongu to Lama be Tongu towe fifie tefe nemi do fie Tongu owodeka mio Tongu traditional areas ukatala wamba we townye nyokata mi wodeka le susumatai ye makpomonu ye be maponu le mi to fiegao utefe fiegao le waponu gakekene nye ocho bubu manutai madakwana Tongu fio wakwi fiega mamle yo na mon pokpon bi maponu le yo nu heyiji minya be mia fama ganfe mi onu to me va gbe me le ko va ko be ya ba po mi on ko me da ko ajo enya le si wa va gbo na mi de mi adi be mi ase wo nya o pete vo ka fi na nya de mi si mi agbo ga kan mi dongo le nu fom mi nya ka o chove na mi o yeta anya yo chove na mi nya vivio me nya vivio mi nya hareko gakan ka mo nu kokko va bi mi afonu kwa ale bi ma fonu manya be enya nwe yo chove yeta mi agbe yi fun de ko mi na mo nu kokko mi be kana va South Tongu mi hwe atu enya yo chove na mi le toji na mi asenya na nya ye o ugbogboge na mi enu mi o abefio na mi ati awo tonti mi ha mi awo mi to sinu mi avio le mi goma na nya be mi senya nwa de chogboy ke mi nya nwa ma choge agbono ale bi de cho magbe ye maudi ye wo khozie ka wanya be South Tongu to ha wo le makafi ye khozie akpenemi mi over the over
Yo chami meraku mi da pena togbega ble ifa fiao no foi ka ofo na mi agloba mi ave honorable MP Boboto Kobi Woyome Edongo Bo Amania Susuita His Excellency Vado Edongo Glena miawe fio Gakelba Amania Menyana de Cow Ta miakpe His Excellency Into Ne Ava Afuotanami On that note I want to humbly invite His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Thank you very much. Chairman, are you? Thank you very much. I'm going to be brief. I want to greet all my beautiful mothers and my fathers for taking time off today to meet with us. I'm not a stranger in South Tongu. I've been here several times when I was president and even out of office. We know the season in which we are. This is the political season, and so all the political parties are going around and campaigning. We have virtually less than 4 months left to go to the election. South Tongu has always stood by NDC, and I want to thank you for the confidence you have always reposed in NDC, and to call for your support again. We all know the crisis in which our country has been plunged since we handed over to the MPP. We are facing our severest economic crisis, and it is reflecting in the lives of the people. You are the chiefs, you live with the people, and you know what the situation on the ground is. As they suffer in any direction, either lack of food, poverty, inability to pay school fees, medical bills, the first people they go to is to their chiefs. So when things are not going well, you are the first to know that things are not good. And I'm sure that you yourself can tell that this country is not in the right place. They did a survey recently, they call it the Afrobarometer survey, and the highest in the history, more than 80% of Ghanaians said our nation is going in the wrong direction. And if you're going in the wrong direction, what do? You turn around and you change course. And so we have the opportunity on 7th December to make that change of course. And we count on our traditional leaders and our people to all rise to the occasion so that we can put our nation back on track. Nothing is working. Things are going from bad to worse. Virtually everything, debt crisis, we cannot pay our debts. When a person cannot pay his debt, it means he is bankrupt. We've declared to the world that we've overborrowed to the extent that we can't pay. In the last 7.5 years, this government has borrowed almost 700 billion cedis, and most of it has gone into consumption. At least if it had gone into production and transforming the infrastructure, we would have had a rate of return to be able to pay off the debt. But unfortunately, most of that money has gone into consumption, and so we did a debt restructuring. Government bonds are the safest instrument anybody can invest in. And yet, those who had confidence in government and invested in the bonds have suffered haircuts, and also pensioners who put their provident funds and their savings in bonds today cannot get their money to even buy their drugs in their old age and retirement. And so our country is in crisis, and we need to rescue the country. As I said, we don't take your support for granted. Anytime NDC has been in government, we make sure that the Volta region gets its fair share of development when it comes to electricity, extension of electricity, it comes to educational facilities. I remember we're building an E-block, I think in Agave, Zondo, and I hear it's not been completed, it's not been operationalized. I'd hope that by the time we would have been talking, this project would have been finished so that children could utilize the E-block for education. We make sure that people get access to water and so many other facilities. Road network, we work on the roads when we're in office and make sure that our people have access to good infrastructure. But apart from infrastructure, we must go one step further. We will continue to do infrastructure, we'll continue to fix the roads, we'll continue to build the schools, we'll continue to build the hospitals, we'll continue to extend electricity, provide water. But the time has come for us to also invest in the economy so that we can create more opportunities for our young people. And so we're looking at the comparative advantages of every region to see how we can put in the means in order to stimulate the potential of that region. Volta region is a very unique region. It has a lot of potential in terms of tourism, in terms of agriculture, in terms of agribusiness and agro-processing, in terms of education, so many advantages that it has. And so we're going to fully exploit those advantages so that we can create opportunities for our young people. A lot of our young people are finishing school and do not have the opportunity to find employment. And so they finish school, but they're still living with their parents, and their parents are feeding them because they can't find work to do. So this is the time to invest in finding work for these people. And that's why we're coming up with a 24-hour economic policy so that we can extend the working hours of existing businesses and any new businesses that are being set up, manufacturing, pharmaceuticals, agro-processing, construction industry, cleaning and garbage services, and all those kinds of services. We want them to extend their hours. We'll give them incentives to do that so that they can employ more people to work in those areas. If we have to do the 24-hour economy, we have to create an atmosphere of safety and security. And so that means that we must employ more people into the security services. And we have a lot of young people who are capable of serving in these services. We estimate that to implement the 24-hour policy, we have to, economic policy, we have to at least recruit another 25,000 police officers. It means that our young boys and girls who have finished school can go and serve in the services. We're also looking to institute continuous employment of our nurses and teachers when they come out of school, instead of waiting till elections are coming before you start a knee-jerk recruitment. Every year we must recruit some of them so that they are finding work to be able to do. And so we are here to canvass for your support once again, and to assure you that we really appreciate the support you have given us in the past. Our opponents who are currently in government created an impression that NDC was incompetent. They just kept saying incompetent. I'm surprised that nowadays they don't talk about competence, because I told them that they don't know what it is like to be president of a country. And now they have been there, they understand. And so we got a lot of promises that they made: 1 district, 1 factory, 1 village, 1 dam, $1 million per constituency per year, you know, and all those, 1 child, 1 egg a day, and so many promises, false promises that have never been fulfilled. But they sounded very sweet in our ears. And so God gave them the opportunity to also come and let Ghanaians experience them. In English, we say the experience is the best teacher. And we have seen them in government, and so we've experienced them. Our traditional, our elders say, we've carried salt, we've carried water, we've carried echi, we've carried aha. So we know which of the two is heavier than the other. And so I'm sure that come 7th December, by the grace of God, the NDC would win the election and come back to office. And we're prepared to work with you, the traditional leaders. I have said that we must find a greater role for traditional leaders to play, because government alone cannot, you know, implement some things that we should. For instance, traditional rulers should have a say in environmental protection and sanitation. You know, traditional rulers should have a say in district local governance. And that's why we're saying that we will find a way of making traditional rulers have a representation on the district assemblies, so that they are able to also have an input in what the district assemblies are going to do. There are many other suggestions that we have that we think that if we implement, it would inure to the prosperity and progress of Ghana. The elections we have on 7th December are the presidential and parliamentary elections. So we're going to vote twice, one for the presidential, one for the parliamentary. I am representing NDC in the presidential election, and my younger brother here, Maxwell Lukuto, is representing NDC in the parliamentary. I always say that if you vote for me in the presidential, but you don't give me the parliamentarian to go along with it. It's like asking Azuma Nelson to go and box, and then you tie his 2 hands behind him. Definitely he cannot box. And so I urge that when a vote is cast for me, a vote is also cast for my younger brother, Maxwell Lukuto, so that we can work together. South Tongu has a lot of potential in agriculture, in rice growing. I've been here several times when the Brazilian rice project was ongoing. There are many other areas where we can expand irrigation services so that we can divide the land up amongst our young people so that they can produce good quality rice, vegetables, and many other products for the market and be able to earn an income for themselves. We want to grow a new crop of entrepreneurs, business people, so that instead of them looking out to be employed by somebody, they can also set up their businesses and employ others. We want to put rice milling facilities here so that they can mill and brand their own rice, Woyome aromatic rice or Dogbe perfume rice, proudly made in South Tongu, and people will buy, that kind of product. And so we are very happy to be here. I want to present Maxwell to you. He's your own son, but I present him to you so that you will take him and you will urge the people to vote for him so that NDC can come into office and work for you. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Thank you.
Ye madakpede miaƒe vava de wɔna tɔxɛ ta miaƒe dodo le agbɔsɔsɔ me kple miaƒe dzedzeme edo dzidzɔ ne mi dakpe gã aɖe ne mi ke le former president kple incoming president ƒe ŋkɔma miata va mie gbɔ ko adzo nenema o ta mi kɔ Castle Bridge aɖaka ɖeka kpakple tɔdziha Black Label ɖeka kple hafi miadzoa mi le mie kpɔ ge agbalẽ kotoku kpekpe aɖo miaƒe fiegãwo dzi eye wòaɖo mi amewo katã va ge hã gbɔ ta miagakpe ne miake be mi lɔ̃ ye mi do ɖe míeŋu le agbɔsɔsɔ me akpe miwo va wɔ dɔ gbogbo mawo neyra miwo katã akpe ne mi.
Madaku mi va do akpa vevi aɖe hã míɔ fiegãwo mamagãwo kple bɔntifio agave traditional